we're right in that, that flip of the script stage.
mm,
See,
mm,
where we're seeing the maximum. See, my thing is you don't blend energy. You
mm,
harmonize energy. You don't
mm,
blend. You have to balance energy or harmonize energy. So you have to complete one half. Energy unfolds through a negative and positive polarity. No pain, no gain. To the same extent the pain will be the same extent the gain. But you have to complete one half before you activate the opposite response in equal measure. So we are at the completion and the fulfillment of that negative polarity, the pain, the struggles, the sacrifices. All that has to be completed and come to its fullness before we activate the opposite spiritual return in reward and empowerment. It's time to evolve. Anytime we get into the Aquarian age, it's time, that's the sign of evolution. So it's time to evolve to a new level. Now, when I call myself a holistic, that means I don't believe in 12 individual signs. I only believe in 6 axes of energy. It's not until you put the two halves together that you have the whole. So we only have 6 axes of energy. We have, when we balance those opposites, Aries, opposite Libra, Taurus, opposite Scorpio, Gemini, opposite Sagittarius, Cancer, opposite Capricorn, Leo, opposite Aquarius, and Virgo, opposite Pisces. So now is the time for us to come into balance with our own spirit, you see, and
mm,
step into a new level of wholeness, individual wholeness, when we come into equal balance with our own spirit, and all the other spirals will stem from there, you see. So it's first about being secure from within, as you partner with your own higher self. It's got your back. It's going to
mm,
prove that to you. It's not going to try to get you to know, figure out, or understand. That is not the spirit's role. We, as the physical vessels, spirit and physical, vessel needs a spirit just as much as the spirit needs a vessel. Okay?
mm,
And it's about the balance. That's the key to everything. Balance, you see. Two halves make a whole. So now it's time for us to come into equal balance with our own spiritual half so we can step into our individual wholeness. Our spirit is the one that will give us the security to know that it's got our back.
mm,
We've done our half. We've done our part physically. When we have completed this sacrificial struggle, not just this lifetime, but all the way up until this lifetime, when we went into the Aquarian age, we've been dealing with the negative polarity, the struggles, the sacrifices, even those of our ancestors. Now we've entered the phase where it's time to evolve. Aquarius is the sign of evolution. That means that we have to complete that half of the operation. The struggle, the sacrifices, all that is coming to energy can only go 180 degrees
mm,
before it has to be matched by the opposite 180 degrees in order to complete a 360-degree spiral. That is when it's whole. It's not real until it's whole, when you got the balance between those two halves. So we've now completed the sacrificial struggle half, and now it's time to activate the opposite response in equal measure in spiritual reward and spiritual empowerment, you see. So the
mm,
first partnership is a partnership with our own spirit. We do the physical half, and when we've maxed out on
mm,
all we can do, then we tag our spiritual partner. It's a tag team match.
mm,
We have to
mm,
come out of the ring, let our
mm,
spirit go in the ring behind the scenes, and what it's going to do, it's going to go into the universe and gather the energy to match what we've invested on the physical half. And when it matches that, that's when it's ready to complete and fulfill its purpose. Spirit don't work in fraction, and spirit don't prove what it's doing till it's ready to complete or fulfill what it's doing. So now we're at the point where it's time for each of us to get into an equal balance with our own spirit. It is the one that's going to prove your connection to the universal whole. Access. See, when we get into equal balance, that completes that spiral. That is really opening up a vortex